Welcome to this guide on evaluating information sources. In today's digital age, we encounter an overwhelming amount of content, so learning how to separate reliable research from misinformation is essential. Over the next slides, we'll cover practical criteria and methods that help you assess sources confidently, whether for academic work, professional decisions, or everyday information needs. Understanding why source evaluation matters starts with the information landscape. Millions of articles and posts appear daily, creating great learning opportunities but also real challenges. Your credibility depends on the quality of evidence you use, and poor source selection can lead to flawed conclusions and damaged reputation. Developing evaluation skills is now as important as reading itself. Not everything you read is true, and technical accuracy doesn't always equal the complete truth. Content can be factually correct yet misleading because of selective presentation, missing context, or biased framing. From the magnified image of a fact check, we're reminded that verifying context and cross-checking claims prevents an entire project from collapsing under unreliable evidence. The stakes are high when sources fail us. False medical advice can harm health, misinformation can shape public opinion, academic work can suffer from poor citations, and everyday choices are affected by unreliable facts. During crises, false remedies often spread faster than corrections, which shows why individual source evaluation skills are not optional but critical for protecting others and yourself. To evaluate sources effectively, focus on 5 key criteria: accuracy, authority, objectivity, currency, and coverage. These areas form a practical framework you can apply to any piece of information, helping you judge whether a source is trustworthy, relevant, and sufficiently thorough for your purpose. Mastering them makes navigating information much easier and more reliable. When asking if information is accurate, look for citations, clear methodologies, links to original research, and transparent data methods. Warning signs include spelling or factual errors, unsupported claims, missing references, or internal contradictions. If you can't independently verify a claim, treat it with skepticism. Credible sources make verification straightforward and provide pathways to confirm their assertions. Authority asks who is behind the information. Check the author's credentials, professional experience, and institutional affiliation. Reliable authors typically have relevant education or a record in their field, and reputable institutions add accountability through review processes. Consider the credibility gap. Expert peer-reviewed work generally carries more weight than anonymous or non-expert sources making similar claims. Objectivity is about bias and purpose. Identify whether content aims to inform, persuade, or sell, and examine language and presentation for one-sided perspectives. Ask who benefits from the information and whether opposing views are acknowledged. Bias doesn't automatically mean falsehood, but recognizing it helps you judge how the framing might affect a source's reliability for your needs. Currency concerns how up-to-date a source is. Check the publication date and whether the content has been revised or maintained. Currency matters most in fast-changing fields like technology, medicine, law, and statistics, while older sources can still be valid for historical or theoretical work. Use the date and revision history to decide whether the source fits your research timeline. Coverage looks at how complete and appropriate the information is. Does the source explore the topic in depth, address multiple perspectives, and provide references for further reading? Red flags include superficial treatment, missing key debates, or sparse bibliographies, while green flags show comprehensive analysis, diverse viewpoints, and suitable depth for your purpose. Match complexity to your needs. Practical tools and strategies make the evaluation process easier. Use structured approaches like the CRAAP test to check basic criteria, the SIFT method for quick online assessments, and critical reflection to examine your own biases. These tools provide repeatable steps you can adopt immediately, turning evaluation from a guessing game into a reliable routine that improves with practice. The CRAAP test is a quick checklist covering currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. Ask when the content was published or updated, whether it answers your question at the right level, who authored it, if evidence supports claims, and why it exists. Applying all 5 dimensions helps you make swift, informed decisions about a source's trustworthiness. The SIFT method offers a four-step approach for online content. Stop before you trust or share, investigate the source's credentials and purpose, find better coverage by cross-checking with reputable outlets, and trace claims back to original context and evidence. This method is especially useful for social media and rapid content sharing where distortion can happen quickly. Critical thinking and reflection mean examining your own assumptions while evaluating sources. Watch for confirmation bias, actively seek diverse perspectives, and cultivate intellectual humility so you can change your mind when evidence demands it. Strong research balances rigorous external evaluation with honest self-scrutiny, asking how your own views might shape what you accept as valid. To conclude, aim to become a savvy information consumer. Empower your research with reliable sources, make evaluation a habit using the tools we've covered, and sharpen your critical eye. These skills protect you from misinformation, strengthen your arguments, and make you a more informed decision maker. Question everything, verify always, and think critically.